Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 2017 Homecoming Coronation. We are so excited to be broadcasting live on EDS TV.
We welcome you all tonight as your MCs. I'm Hallie Greenberg.
And I'm John Hess. We appreciate all the friends and family coming to support our candidates.
We are going to start off by introducing our 2017 candidates. For the King candidates, we have Kai Christensen.
My name is Kai Christensen, and thank you for nominating me for Homecoming Royalty. I am part of the theater program, Link Crew program, and the journalism program here at the high school. And I'd like to give a quick shout out to Cole Seeger and Scott Larson for being great friends and for getting to nominate me for Homecoming Royalty.
Grant Collins.
Hey, my name is Grant Collins. I'm honored to represent the class of 2018. In school, I am the Student Council Vice President and an officer in my concert choir. And outside of school, I like to hang out with my friends and make some good memories. Thanks, everyone, for coming out tonight and voting for me.
Frank Fetro.
Hi, I'm Frank Fetro. I'm the captain on the cross-country team and the track team here at Wayzata High School. I really like to draw. It's a huge passion for me, and I'm really interested in graphic design. I want to give a shout out to my family, my friends, and to Rufus.
Brooks Hansen.
Hi, my name is Brooks Hansen. At Wayzata High School, I'm involved in Link Crew, and outside of school, I play lacrosse. Have a good show.
Andy McKenzie.
Hi, my name's Andy McKenzie. I'm super excited to be here at a Homecoming Court Royalty event. And some things I like to do, I like to play sports with my friends. And in school, I like to learn and grow my mind. Wow, Vietti, you look good walking down the aisle.
Vietti Okulisti Sabo.
Thanks, Andy. You look really good as well. My name is Vietti Okulisti Sabo. I am honored to represent this year's class of 2018 as royalty on this court. Here in school, I am very involved in WHS, and I like to do Project SOAR outside of school as well. My favorite kinds of classes to take at the high school are science classes, and I hope to be a doctor in the future. Thanks.
And Jason Wang.
Hi, I'm Jason Wang. I'm a proud member of Science Olympiad, BPA, and math team at Wayzata. I love to run outside of school, and I do plenty of research at the University of Minnesota Department of Neuroscience. Wayzata has given me a great experience and has given me opportunities to develop myself.
Now for your Queen candidates. Marissa Kalkar.
Hi, I'm Marissa Kalkar. At Wayzata High School, I'm involved in Student Council, NHS, and YES, and I'm also the captain of the girls' soccer team. I'd like to thank all my family for coming out and supporting me in this. Thank you.
Melody Liu.
Hey guys, I'm Melody Liu. Here at Wayzata, I participate in math team, science olympiad, and speech team. And outside of school, I enjoy listening to music and reading. Thanks for nominating me. I really appreciate it.
Naomi Long.
Hi, my name's Naomi. I just want to thank all the students in Wayzata for nominating me. In my free time, I like to paint and draw and go on long dog walks. I'm a captain of the cross-country team, and I run track. And I want to give a shout out to my family, friends, and Mia.
Snigdha Pakala.
Hi, my name is Snigdha Pakala. At the school, I do NHS, Link Crew, and I'm a choir officer for concert choir. And then outside of school, I am a volunteer at the Hindu Temple, and I'm also a board member for the Hindu Youth of Minnesota. And then I wanted to say thank you for my class for nominating me, and I hope you enjoy the show.
Rosie Salem.
Hi, I'm Rosie. I would first like to start off by saying thank you so much to all my peers who've nominated me, and thank you to all my teachers who helped me through this journey in high school. So aside from that, in school, I'm a Dare to Be Real student leader because I'm really passionate about promoting equity and equality amongst students. And outside of school, I volunteer at North Memorial Hospital. So again, thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a great night.
Sarah Slavic.
Hi, my name is Sarah Slavic. Here at Wayzata, I'm involved in Link Crew, DECA, NHS, and Student Council, and I'm also on the dance team. Outside of school, I enjoy spending time with my friends and family and going to my cabin. I just want to thank all my classmates for nominating me and my friends and family for being here. Enjoy the show.
And last but certainly not least, Abby Sorensen.
Hi, I'm Abby Sorensen. Inside of school, I'm involved in NHS, YES, Unified Club, and Spanish Club. And outside of school, I volunteer at the Minneapolis Children's Hospital. I'd like to thank my friends for nominating me and thank my parents for being here tonight.
Hey, Hallie.
What's up, Jack?
How smart do you think that these wonderful candidates are?
What do you mean?
Well, I was thinking that we could put a baby picture of one of them on the screen and, have the guys guess if it's a girl on the screen and the girls guess if it's a guy on the screen.
I think that's a great idea. Then if they get it wrong, the other team gets a point, and we bring that candidate up to share a funny story about their childhood.
But what would the winning team get?
A little fist bump action.
Perfect. We will have a picture of a girl candidate on the screen first. Gentlemen, you're up first.
Okay, to start off the evening, the boys will be guessing first. With each picture, we will give a little hint. The first hint is that this girl will do anything for a stuffed animal.
Boys, what is your guess?
Sarah Slavic. Who is Sarah?
You guys got it. We would like to invite Kelly Slavic, Sarah's mom, on stage to help elaborate on this cute story.
Thank you. I didn't know that was happening so soon. I didn't get ready. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. Well, Sarah has this thing for stuffed animals, and ever since she's been little, whenever she is out of the house for a little while, I'll go in and I'll get rid of the stuffed animals because they overwhelm our house. But when she was 9 years old, we were in Florida over spring break, and I'm a runner. I really enjoy running, and I noticed that they were closing down the roads around the place we were staying the next day for a race. And I looked it up online, and I thought, that would be kind of cool to run this race in Florida. It was a 5K, and I thought it would be kind of fun. And so I looked it up online, and I showed it to Sarah on the computer, and I said, hey, doesn't this race look kind of cool? You guys can all come and cheer me on. And Sarah looked at it and took the computer and just spent some time with it. And later that night, she came up to me and she said, you know, Mom, I'd like to run that race with you. And I thought, that's kind of odd. She's only 9. She's never ran more than a mile before, but okay, And it was a really cool race because it bridged, it was near Clearwater, and you ran to Clearwater. And so you got to run over a causeway and a bridge, and it was beautiful. And so I told her, Sarah, I know you can do this. We'll walk whenever you want. It's just about us being together. It's going to be so fun. We'll take our time. We'll enjoy it. So she ran almost the whole race, which I was really excited about. I kept saying, we can walk, we can slow down. She's like, nope, she was a trooper. She kept running. And when we got about a half mile from the finish line, I said to her, now you just keep running this pace. I'm going to sprint to the finish line with my phone so I can get you crossing, I can videotape you crossing the finish line, and we'll have this great memory. Well, I ran as fast as I could, crossed the finish line, and I turned around, I'm there with my phone, and Sarah's right behind me. I'm like, no, you're supposed to wait. I wanted to get you. So I didn't get a chance to get her. And I said, how could you run that fast? I didn't think you could do that. And she said, well, when I was looking online, I noticed that the first 500 finishers got a stuffed animal. So that was her motivation. And I searched everywhere today to find this stuffed animal that she got when she crossed the finish line. It's got the 2009. It was an Iron Girl race. And then this is the best part, because after she got this, we heard this the rest of our vacation. And another fun part is we took 7th place because we registered as a mother-daughter team, and we got 7th place in the race. So I was so proud of her.
Mrs. Slavic, I just have one question. About how many stuffed animals are in your house?
Well, to tell you the truth, I thought they were, and Andy, it's your fault because you won some for her this summer at the fair. I thought that they were maybe about a dozen, but when I went searching for this, we have over 100, I'm afraid.
Wow, that's a lot. Thank you. Even from his youth, this gentleman has always found ways to turn sadness into joy. Ladies, your guess?
Kai. Yeah, that's correct. Let's welcome up Kai's mom, Catherine, to the stage.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Hello, Kai. So, it's a pleasure to be up here. We've watched this young man grow and over the years, and he's passionate, strong, tall, focused, funny, and with a self-deprecating humor, he is quick to entertain and always makes us laugh. In fact, when he knew I might be speaking, he said, oh, Mom, I don't know, your comedic timing's a little off, so hopefully. So here are some fun pictures. As I'm sure many of you did, you had a long trip down memory lane, remembering all this stuff. And although hard to choose, I had to do a recent and an old one. So a funny story, that's a picture of Kai when he was 3 years old on his 3rd birthday. And when he was picking out his decorations for his cake, he didn't want just one candle. He wanted a 1 and a 2, because 1 + 2 = 3. So he's always viewed the world in a very quirky and unique way, and we love that about him.
Also, it's the legal drinking age of alcohol. So maybe as a young kid, that's what I was thinking.
And then, as you can see, the other picture is a funny story that always makes me laugh. And his brother was having a really bad day, and Kai decided that chocolate chip cookies would be the answer to all of his ails. So he went into the house, we were sitting out on the deck, and I thought, well, I'm gonna go see what the process, how it's going. And I walk into the kitchen, and here is painted on mustache, fur hat. I go, Kai, what? And in full character, Russian accent, get out of my kitchen, I'm baking. So Kai, your thoughtfulness and your kindness and your humor, it's a winning combination, and we're proud of you and we love you. Congratulations on your nomination. Congratulations to all the nominees, and good luck.
Kai, anything else you'd like to add?
Get out of my kitchen.
All right, boys, it's your turn now. This girl was queen of preschool. Even the teachers followed her agenda.
Think you guys know who it is? That's correct. We're going to bring up Naomi's dad for a quick story.
Thanks very much for having us here, and congratulations, Naomi, on the nomination. So, quick story, you'll see a few pictures up there of Naomi and with her sister Allison there in the middle there. So, quick story about the title of the section. So, when Naomi was pretty young, she was very, we'll say, headstrong, had her own way of doing things and didn't want to listen to sort of teachers in schools. So, when she was in preschool, Naomi had a big kind of addiction to baby dolls, right? She loved playing with dolls all the time, at home, at school, and things like that. So when she started going to preschool, the teachers obviously had a routine for all the kids where they would come in, they would do circle time, reading books, playing with toys, things like that. But Naomi didn't want to follow that at all. The room had lots of baby dolls in there, and she wanted to get them right away so that other kids couldn't get them immediately. So she would come into class, and she would go straight to the baby dolls to play with them and not want to be part of circle time. So the teachers tried to talk to her about that. My wife Martha got phone calls from school many, many times about, oh, Naomi had a hard day, and she doesn't want to listen. She's just going to the dolls. She doesn't want to share. So you say, well, what happened then, right? So at the end of the day, the teachers sort of couldn't convince her to sort of do something else. So what they did was they changed the whole routine of the class for her. So instead of doing the stuff first, they came in and they played with the dolls first so that everyone could do it, and then they went and did everything else. So we got an indication in those days that Naomi can be a little headstrong. We love her anyway. So she's been a great sister to her older sister, and then Ryan and Elizabeth, who are here. And we're very proud of her for her cross-country efforts and everything else at school, and are very happy that she's been nominated for this tonight. All right.
Thank you. I guess. This young man enjoyed testing his mother's patience, 1 penny at a time.
Ladies, your guess? No. It's actually Andy, so we're going to invite Marcy up to share a story about Andy.
Come on, girls. His name was written on his shoe. You couldn't even see that. Okay, so I'm impressed by all the other parents who didn't have to read their speeches, but here's mine. And for those of you who know Andy, I'm gonna put my readers on. You can only imagine that it's kind of difficult to pick just one story to share. So there was the time we were visiting the Oakland Zoo, and the small monkey way up in the top of the cage, of the outdoor cage, kind of made eye contact with Andy. Then he proceeded to walk over and urinate on him. Then there was the time when he and his sister were at the Taylor Swift concert. Andy was at the end of the aisle, and he was dancing at the beginning of the show, and some lady comes up and taps him on the shoulder and says, "Would you like to come down and watch the rest of the concert on the floor?" Andy's like, "Sure." So it ended up being Taylor Swift's mom, and they got pictures with her, and she took Andy and the rest of them, and they all went down on the floor. But the story I decided to tell was about one of the days when Andy truly challenged us as parents and our patients. So it was spring break 2007. Andy was 7 and Molly was 4. and we were at a large resort in Marco Island. And on this particular day, which pretty much started like any other day, we were in the pool and on the beach and enjoying the sunshine. And late that afternoon, we returned to our room and we put our key card in the slot and the door wouldn't open. So we thought, okay, it's a bad key card. Okay, Mike, let me use yours. So we tried his key card. That didn't work. We didn't want to go all the way down to the front desk, so we found housekeeping. They couldn't open the door, so we finally had to go all the way down to the front desk. That key didn't work either. So now, you know, we're all tired and hot and hungry, and we're losing patience. And the manager finally had to call the head engineer to come fix the door. And while we're sitting in the hallway waiting, which, that picture's not up there, but while we were sitting in the hallway waiting, I'm like remembering back to Andy and his sister fighting over this penny that they found earlier that morning. And I remember like they were fighting over, you know, who found it and who it belonged to, and we said, you know, either figure it out or we're taking the penny away. Well, Andy, in his infinite wisdom, decided if he wasn't going to get the penny, no one was going to get the penny. So when we left the room, he took the penny and he put it in the little slot where you put your key card. And so after the engineer came and took the whole mechanism off the door, he turned it upside down and this shiny penny came out. And I'm like, I knew it. So when they say, you know, I give you a penny for your thoughts, my thoughts really aren't appropriate to share. So that was my Andy story.
Hey, Andy, I just have one question for you. Was the penny worth it?
No.
Absolutely not.
Okay, as a child, this girl was not very good at adjusting to change.
Boys, think you know who this ray of sunshine is?
Brooks knows. Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's have a parent of Abby coming up and share a quick story, please.
So no, Abby wasn't very good at change, but one thing Abby's always been really good at is sleep. Since she was really little, she went to bed like that. And to this day, you're not going to see her before 9 a.m. unless she's getting ready to go to school. So when Abby was maybe 2 years old, we decided to move her in a big girl bed. So during the course of the day, I just get rid of the old bed, put in a new bed. It's easier to put it on the other side of the room. So we're getting ready for bed, and Abby's in her room, or we're trying to get Abby ready for bed, and she won't go to bed. I can't. And we said, well, come on, let's go to bed. And we go into the bedroom, and she is laying with her head on her new bed, crying, I don't know what to do. My bed is gone. I don't know what to do. And then we said, but Abby, this is your new bed. What? This is your new bed. And her desire for sleep overcame her difficulty of change management, and she crawled in and went right to sleep. But to this day, there's a lot of discussion at our house around the shape of her bed, when a new one needs to be purchased, what blankets she has, because sleep is a really big deal for Abby. So congratulations, Abby. Congratulations, everyone. Fantastic night. Love you.
Abby, has this love for sleep interfered with your school schedule a little bit?
Maybe a little. Maybe not getting all my homework done.
Yeah, I think we can all agree. All right.
All right, girls, it's your turn again. At one point in his life, this gentleman lived every day like it was pajama day.
Who do you guys think it is? Frank? Yeah, that's correct. All right, we're going to have Frank's mom, Allie, come on up and tell us a little more about this story.
Thank you. Frank didn't see the pictures I sent in, so don't be mad. So Frank mentioned earlier that his passion is really around drawing and art, and he has always been a super creative kid. And for those of us who don't have a lot of natural artistic ability, it can be kind of magical to watch people create their art. And, you know, speaking of that, we suspect that there was a period of time that Frank thought that he actually might be a wizard or a superhero or at least a really cool toy. He would randomly dress up in costumes just any day. Charmander, Spider-Man, we're heading to Target, Harry Potter. And it wasn't just Harry Potter, I mean, it was, you notice a scar? I mean, he committed. And for a period of time when he was about 3 years old, he literally would not wear anything except Buzz Lightyear pajamas. So, Target, on the airplane to Texas to go visit Grandma and Grandpa, the Macy's holiday, that holiday thing they put on downtown. Yeah, Frank in pajamas. I think we owned 4 or 5 pair of Buzz Lightyear pajamas, and for almost an entire year, we just switched from one pair of pajamas to the next pair of pajamas. Thankfully, well, I can't promise what he has on underneath this right now, but he cleans up pretty well now, but you should take a look at his socks. Little homage to the super cool toy, I think. Congratulations, son.
Frank, are you excited for this Friday, Pajama Day in high school?
I've got some plans.
Excellent, wonderful, I can't wait.
All right. This girl's competitive nature has been with her ever since childhood.
Boys, ideas? Unfortunately, you got the wrong girl. Let's welcome Snigdha up here to share her story.
Thanks. I'm going to be the first one saying it without their parent, but this story is about, like John said, how competitive I am, because a lot of my friends don't know this about me, but I'm very competitive. I try to hide it, but I wasn't very successful at that when I was younger. So anyway, my family and I are really we love to play board games. We still do that occasionally, but especially when I was younger, we used to play them all the time. And before I go any further, I should mention that I'm 4 years older than my brother, so for the first 4 years of my life, all of the attention and limelight came to me, and I loved every bit of it. So, as you know, every time we played a game with my family, there was this unspoken rule that I had to win everything, because if I didn't, I'd get really irritated, crabby, and just throw a fit. So, but I was also a really smart, 2 to 3 year old, so they couldn't do it obviously. They'd have to pretend like they, were trying so hard, but just somehow couldn't win in the end. And now, to this day, I'm still pretty obsessively competitive, but I don't let them let me win it. But if I don't win, I still sleep very pissed off. So that's my story.
Snigdha, my question for you is, does your competitiveness make you a better or worse driver?
Funny you should ask. I don't have my license yet, so I don't know. But I'm a pretty good driver with a permit, so I think it makes me a good driver. I think I want to be good and safe on the road, so yeah, it would be good.
I'm glad. From the very start, this candidate knew that a career as a firefighter was not for him.
All right, ladies, what's your guess? Grant. Yeah, that's correct. If we could have Grant's dad, Jim, come up here on stage to expand on this story.
Well, at 10:07 this morning, I got a group text from Grant, and it said, "Can one of you tell this story? Actually, it's everybody else's parents is going up. Hallie told me, and she's the one of the MCs." So anyway, hi, I'm Jim Collins, Grant's dad, and I have the honor and sometimes frustration of being Grant's father. And Snigdha, Grant used to stay up till 3 in the morning playing Grand Theft Auto, so if you're looking for driving lessons, he's probably your guy. When Grant was 5, he and his partner in crime and next-door neighbor Louie had many adventures. Fishing in the backyard, climbing willow trees, riding big wheels throughout the house, fortunately the neighbor's house. A reoccurring theme was calling themselves fighter fighters, also known as firefighters. So one sunny afternoon in the middle of the summer, the boys decided to put out an invisible fire in Louie's basement. They opened the sliding glass door, grabbed the garden hose, turned it on full blast, and started to spray the furniture, ceiling, and carpet. After about 15 minutes of actively spraying the basement, they topped it off by leaving the hose running for another 15 minutes. Louie's mom, fortunately I was at work, and Louie's mom called Grant's mom, Carrie, over to see their basement with 2 inches of standing water. And since Grant was the older and supposedly positive influence, Carrie insisted he could not have been part of this. And Grant, when we questioned Grant told us he couldn't get Louie to stop, but the truth soon came out. He was lost in the heat of the moment and encouraging Louie every step of the way. Louie's parents, if you're listening, Grant is very sorry, and he's finally matured. Next time around, he'll be that positive influence, I swear. It's just a great example of how I always describe Grant, because I always say Grant is not the instigator, but he will always take it to the next level. One more thing, in our family, we've coined a new term. It's called a Grantism. So one night in 3rd grade, while tucking Grant in, he told me at school today they had everyone say what they were most afraid of. "Dad, I told them I was afraid of sharks. But I'm really not afraid of sharks. I'm afraid of the dark." I just couldn't tell them that. Definition of a Grantism: thorough evaluation of the situation, usually accompanied by an abundance of thought and emotion. We love you, buddy.
Love you too, Dad. Grant, anything to defend your actions in that fateful basement that became an ocean?
We did fireproof it really well, so.
Safety first.
All right, your next queen candidate has some trouble with locks, especially bathroom door locks. Yes.
Jason got it right away. Let's have Melody's sister come tell us about her scary experience.
Hi, Mel. Hi, everyone. My name is Lucy. I'm Melody's older sister. And I have a story for you guys from when Melody was about 5 or 6 years old. And at that time, she still had the habit of going to the bathroom with the door open. And it was because she was very terrified of getting locked in and not being able to get out of the bathroom. And I, being the bossy older sister that I am, always was on her case about going to the bathroom with the door open because I didn't want to walk down the hall and unexpectedly see a little person on the toilet. And yeah, so I was always giving her a hard time about that. And one day, the usual situation happened where I walked down the hallway and there was little Melody on the toilet doing her thing. And I got a little frustrated and I decided to show her that it really wasn't that bad to have the door locked. So I locked the door from the inside and then I shut it from the outside. And then when Melody was done, she tried to get out of the bathroom. She had a little trouble at first. And then we realized that the odds would have it that the one time that Melody peed with the door locked, she got locked in. The door handle was somehow stuck or broken. And yeah, so Melody started freaking out. She was crying and really scared. And I started feeling really guilty. And I started trying to comfort her. And I also tried to find flat foods, such as pretzels, and sliding them under the door to her. And my mom was trying to be comforting by saying things like, Melody, don't worry, honey, it's okay, because if you get hungry, we have pretzels here for you. And if you ever feel thirsty, there's water in the faucet. And if you ever have to go potty, you're in the bathroom. How perfect. She said, you will survive this, Melody. Made her sound like she's going to be there for like weeks or something. But the neighbors eventually came and they fixed the door handle, and Melody came out and everything was fine. And after that, I never gave her a hard time about going to the bathroom with the door open again. Although we were a little bit worried about it for a while, Mel. Here you are, and now you, as far as I know, you pee with the door shut. And we're very proud of you.
So, while bathrooms with locked doors may be scary, how did you feel about elevators?
I think bathrooms are scarier.
Bathrooms are scarier. As a baby, this young man had a very interesting taste, as in music taste.
Yeah, that's correct. All right, we're going to invite Vietti's mom, Charlotte, to come up and tell us a little about this.
Okay. I'm not a public speaker, so please excuse me if I speak really fast. So, the story that I have about Vietti goes back to when he was in Italy. He was born in Italy. I don't know if you know that about him, but his first year was spent in Hungary afterwards. And Vietti, to the contrary of Abby, was a very difficult child. He did not like to sleep. And so basically what would happen is, that was when you first started walking. Well, basically what happened is every single night he would wail and scream and cry and shriek, so I tried to feed him. I would change his diaper, but nothing would make him happy unless I held him. After a couple of weeks, that wasn't enough. So he amped it up. It was kind of like, come on, show me what you can do. And he was my first child, so I didn't really know what to do. I'm the oldest of 9 children, so this was not something that I was used to with all my younger brothers and sisters. So what happened is, my husband and I, we really liked electronic music. So we would have Letfield, Prodigy, Depeche Mode on, just to listen to during the day. And my husband noticed that Vietti was very into, he would perk his head up. So in the middle of the night, we were living in Italy once again, and the houses over there are connected. So my in-laws were on the downstairs part, and we would have a wall that would separate us from the unit that we lived in. And so what happened was, it was, 2 o'clock in the morning, Vietti would start up with his screaming, unlike you. And so I picked it up, and my husband, Leo, put on Letfield. And you guys are probably not familiar with that music, but anyway, it is very melodic, to put it nicely. And Vieri started to calm down a little bit, so we would start dancing with him. Then we would start dancing, and he just wanted even more and more. And so finally, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and my mother-in-law comes banging on the door like, "What the hell are you guys doing?" Excuse my language. So I opened the door, and there we are, like in a total sweat, like a dance party. And Vieri was totally happy. He could hardly hold his head up because he was a little infant. But anyway, so that went on for a good year. And his music, I have to say, I'm very proud to say that we did influence his musical taste, because he has a very wide range of music, and he's an excellent dancer. So that has led to Vieri entertaining a lot of older women, younger women, all kinds of women at dance parties. He always was the charmer. And I'm just very proud of him.
All right, Vieri. So while that may bring up a lot of questions, I will ask 2. First of all, what is your favorite song at the moment?
I have a lot of different music for different moods. I'm really into Pennies from Heaven by Frank Sinatra at the moment.
And also, can you do us all the honor to see your best dance move? The stage is yours.
Jack, give him a beat.
I just want to make it very clear, if any of you guys know who, I'm blanking on the name right now, this is very embarrassing. There's a guy that makes a song called Magnolia, and he makes it...
Playboy Cardi.
Playboy Cardi. He has a dance move called the Millie Rock, that's what I'm going to be doing, I guess.
All right, let's see it. This young lady's bubbly and fun personality, it is no surprise that as a child she needed to tame all this energy in some risky and unconventional way.
Gentlemen, your guesses?
It's a good guess. Yeah, that's correct.
Let's welcome Marissa's dad, Santosh, on stage to share her story.
Thanks so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats to all you guys. Well done. So my name is Santosh, and I'm Marissa's dad. Marissa's always into jumping and moving ever since she was born. The funny story is when she was like about 8 years old, and how she jumped out of our porch window, which is about 8 foot from the ground. But to get to that, you got to know how she was like when she was younger. About 7 months, she managed to get out of the crib. So I went ahead and lowered the crib so that she doesn't get out. Guess what? She keeps jumping out of the crib. So the crib was out, bed was in at the age 7 months. She started walking at about 10 months and running at 11. So she's always been in the moving side of things. So going back to the jumping things, age 8 or 7, somewhere there, nice spring day, Minnesota, you're going about cleaning your house, spring cleaning, doing things. And me and my wife were doing some things in the basement. I was cleaning the screens. And typically you hear the kids. We got 3 kids. She's got a twin sister. We got another boy. And they're all jumping around in the house. And suddenly things seemed quiet. And all parents know when kids get quiet, it's not good news, right? So here we are, we're checking out what the heck is going on here. So we've come to the porch, see a window open, and these kids are jumping out of the window. You're like, what the heck is going on here? Turned out, Miss Marissa here, she took all the cushions from the couch, threw it out the window, and this window is again, it's about 8 foot from the ground. And first they threw Lucy, our cat. Right? So Lucy goes out of the window. These kids see that, oh, this works. Okay? So that was the end of animal trial. Comes the human trials. This human trial here jumps first. And she's jumping out of the window. And soon her brother and sister follow the same thing. So once we got to know what was happening, we put a stop to it. The good thing was everyone was safe, especially the cat, which we cared about. The cats didn't have insurance, these guys did. So anyway, so Marissa is always into jumping and doing all these things, and we're really happy that now she can jump more, being in the soccer team, in the varsity soccer, club soccer. Now we are happy that she's jumping on the field, going for those headers and all these things. Now all we say is, go jump, go get the ball, be safe, and just go have fun. You know, we were proud of you, Marissa. Love you.
Thank you.
We hope your cat is alive and well, and hopefully he has forgiven you.
Sorry to hear that.
This man was bitten by love at a very young age.
Ladies? Yes, it is Jason. All right, Jason, let's hear your story.
So what John said about me being bitten by love is quite accurate. This goes back to when I was around 6 or 7, and I got my first kiss from a turtle. No joke. But first, you gotta know that my grandfather loves fishing. One day, he caught a turtle, brought it back, raised it for a few days, and let it go. But in the meantime, me being the 6 to 7-year-old kid I am, I'm playing around with the turtle, holding it up to my face, making weird faces at it, pretending it was like a baby or whatever. I don't know what I was doing. But the turtle's neck is really, really fast, and it shot out, latched onto my lip, and just wouldn't let go. So I screamed out in pain. I was bawling, and my grandma hurries down to where I am in the basement. She's super panicked and has no idea what's going on. And then she sees the turtle like hanging off of my lip. And before she does anything else, she breaks out into hysterical laughter as I'm bleeding out and crying in the basement. Of course, she helps me out with like gauze. Later, somehow using magic, she gets the turtle to let go. I still don't know how that happened. But from then on, I could say that I had already kissed a girl at 6. I think the turtle was a girl. I hope so.
Jason, how big was the turtle?
About the size of my head.
Oh my. All right, this young lady has always found loopholes to get what she wants, whether it involved eyeliner or Sharpie.
Boys, who do you think it is? Good guess, Kai. Rosie, time to come on up and explain yourself.
Okay. So, I don't know, like, those of you who know me know that I really enjoy makeup. So when I was younger, around like 7 or 8, like any other mom, obviously for her daughter, she's like, no, like, you know, wait till you're older, like you're kind of young right now. So I was like, all right, like, fine. So at my elementary school, parents can come and eat lunch with their kids. So one day my mom came and she was like, she walked in and she was like, her face dropped. And she was like, what is on your face? And I was like, what's going on? Like, why are you upset? And she was like, Rosie, what have you done? So me trying to find like loopholes, I was like, well, listen, you can't get mad at me because I did not use eyeliner, which is makeup. I used Sharpie. It was effective, okay? And I would, in my mind of an 8-year-old, I was like, you can't get mad. It wasn't makeup, it was Sharpie. So, of course my mom obviously got really worried and was probably thinking of taking me to the ER, thinking I'll go blind or something. But it all turned out okay. I wear eyeliner now, so don't worry. It's fine.
Have you found any other loopholes that you'd like to tell us about?
Yes. So, I don't know if you guys remember like those plastic glitter bracelets like 8-year-olds would get, but I got one of those and I cut it and I dumped the glitter out, dried it out, and then used that as eyeshadow. So.
Wow.
That's so impressive.
This candidate has always had a very bubbly personality.
It is Brooks. All right, we're gonna bring up Brooks to come, have a parent of Brooks to come up here and explain this a little more.
Thank you. He's such a bubbly guy. He's always been such a feisty little guy with big cheeks and big blue eyes and a smile that just no one can resist, right? So when he was 3.5, you could see all sorts of fun pictures of him. When he was 3.5, he was fortunate enough to be number 20 out of 21 grandchildren. And so his cousins decided, he's so cute, no one can resist him, what could we possibly do? So after a lot of cousin fun down in the basement on a Thanksgiving, he comes upstairs dressed out in full regalia of a dress and high heels and marches over to Grandma and Grandpa and decides to share some, we'll just say, choice words that his cousins had taught. They weren't the nicest words, but the cousins thought, well, how he could totally get away with it. Well, at 3.5, he was a little bit feisty, and so he thought it was funny based on the reaction. So the whole way home, we heard those words. The next day at daycare, he taught all of his friends at daycare that, and we got a little bit of a comment back. And then he told all of the neighbor friends. So after 4 days of trying every parenting trick to get him to stop, we said, gosh, what happened when we were little and we did this kind of thing? And we said, I kind of remember having my mouth washed out with soap. Let's see if we threaten that. No, Brooks didn't care. So after reminding him, we marched him upstairs, sat him on the edge of the bathtub, and said, all right, well, I don't know what else to do. So most kids would have clamped down their mouth and said, no way. Instead, Brooks decided to open his mouth like a lion. Let us rub the soap on his tongue, and then he blew bubbles. Blew bubbles. He did learn his lesson. We decided not to do any more because we knew he would probably get sick. But you know what? We really, this lovable, cute little guy who we're so proud of, we really haven't had any parenting challenges that manifested like that. So we're pretty excited that he's here. Congratulations to everybody. You still have that winning smile and those cute little cheeks. And we're really proud of you, honey. Yeah.
How was the soap?
I don't really remember it that much, but I'm sure it tasted great.
Was it good enough for you to do it again?
Definitely not.
I think these candidates deserve another round of applause. Let's hear it one more time for everybody. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. It is time to crown first our homecoming king and then queen. King candidates, let's have you line up on stage. Can we get a drum roll going, please? Ladies and gentlemen, your 2017 homecoming king is Kai Christensen. Congratulations, Kai.
Now it's time to announce our homecoming queen. Another drum roll, please. Our 2017 homecoming queen is Marissa Kalkar.
And just like that, our fateful ceremony has come to an end.
Thank you to everyone who came out to be a part of this homecoming tradition. We are so thrilled to have been your hosts.
Now to conclude the evening, give it up for Miss Iverson for some closing announcements. Thank you, everyone.
Hey, thank you, everyone. And can we have a big round of applause for our MCs, Hallie Greenberg and Jack Hess. Great job. Right now, we just have to do a little bit of business and get the yearbook photos taken. And so we are going to have all of the candidates gather over here on the stage so that Kemet Mueller Photography can take their pictures. And he just asked that during that time, we don't have any other flash photography going on. Once that is done, then the candidates will be able to mingle with their family and you can come up here and get pictures. And the king and the queen, I'm going to bring over to that side of the stage with, if their family members could also meet them over there, we are going to do a few interviews to follow up. So just everybody hold your cameras, hold your flashes for right now, and if the candidates could all come and take their places.
John
my mom and dad. Santa.
Okay, first of all, we have Kai's family joining us. So come on in here. We're looking up there at the camera. Okay.
That one. You can't see it. It's up at the bar. Yeah.
Okay, this is a special moment for Kai, and if just as his parents, if you would want to comment on what you think about him being named Homecoming King.
As the short guy in the family, I'm really proud of him, and he is hilarious, and we really enjoy him, and obviously all the students do too, or he wouldn't have gotten as many votes as he did. That's it. No jokes.
Okay.
Cameraland.
Cameraland. It's not surprising. He's a very sweet, thoughtful, kind, strong leader, wonderful young man, and we're very, very proud.
Thank you, and we hope you appreciate this honor, and it's something you'll remember, but you deserve it, so thank you. Okay, we are going to go with Marissa's family now. Come on over and join her. All right, we are here with Marissa's parents, so I'll go ahead and have you introduce yourselves. We're talking to the camera up there, and we're just talking to TV Land, okay? So we're looking at all right, so here's her mother, and I'll let you introduce yourself, and what are you thinking right now about Marissa receiving this honor?
Oh, well, my name is Margot Kelkar, and I'm Marissa's mom, and I'm very excited for her and for all of the candidates tonight. It's just been a really fun evening.
Oh no, I think it was a great mix of people here, very talented guys, and it's really great to see this thing. Congratulations to her, congratulations to the rest of the people.
Well, I know I've worked with Marissa for 4 years now, and I think this is a very well-deserved honor, so congratulations. Great representative of Wayzata High School. All right, thank you. And thank you to everyone for coming, and we hope everyone at home enjoyed the show as well. Thank you.